men who were going to war and dying for their women back home, perishing in battle. Bring them back. Yes. All right.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Samara Anye. I just be in front of this camera running my mouth. If you like people who be talking, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, share, follow your girl. Today, I just kind of want to jump right into it. I really feel like I would never get on the internet and talk about dating, but here we are. I feel like dating is going to be like a buzzword for the rest of our lives. As long as people are alive and mating, dating is going to be a hot topic. I have opinions, okay? I'm not like the world's most renowned dater. You know, I've dated a couple people and I have my opinions, and that's just all they are. But I do feel like I have some encouraging, uplifting advice for those who feel like the dating world is a little daunting. And yeah, so I guess the first thing that I want to say is that dating shouldn't feel like mental gymnastics. And so what I mean by that, like, dating is a skill. It's a muscle that can be strengthened over time. However, there's so much advice, so many tips and tricks, and for some people it could feel like playing a game and they don't want love and trying to acquire a spouse to feel like a tactical mind trick, you know what I'm saying? But dating is a skill, and I do feel like the people who have the most volume or success in dating are people who are highly skilled at that. However, I still feel like if you don't show up authentically, people will know. Like, if you're trying to be suave and cool and you're really quirky and nerdy, like, that's gonna read. People can tell. I feel like people are more off-put by your thought process that you thought you had to pretend than you actually just showing up fully as yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel pressured to perform or to do things that you wouldn't feel comfortable doing. Not saying that you don't have to step outside of your comfort zone in some situations, but what I'm saying is you should be a willing participant in every single thing that you're doing in terms of dating. It's different from, you know, how they're saying, especially like women in Christ, you gotta go outside to find your husband. You gotta go outside and do something. He's not gonna be delivered to your front door. That is stepping out of your comfort zone and actually allowing yourself to be seen and perceived and yada yada yada. I don't mean compromising your values, your standards, your morals. You shouldn't have to do any of that in order to acquire a man. Not the man that's gonna be for you. The goal with dating, some people just wanna strengthen their skills, build that muscle, and have fun. And other people are dating to marry, dating for a long-term partnership, dating for spouses, trying to have kids, you know. And I feel like the only way to build a sustainable, genuine, long-lasting relationship is to show up as yourself. So take every advice, all the advice you get, even advice from me, with a grain of salt. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Dating should be a tailored experience for every single one of us. Nobody's dating scenario should look the same every single time. Figuring out where you fit in the river of people is what I feel like dating is truly about. So yeah, don't be out here pretending to like stuff and do stuff that you wouldn't normally actually do, because you're not gonna find anybody who actually likes you for you. And eventually that mask is gonna come off, baby. We can't keep up that charade for too long. So be yourself, be authentic, and your person will love all of those things about you. It's this movie, I'm sure you guys have seen it, the one with like Zoe Deutsch and Glenn Close, I think his name is, Taye Diggs and Lucy Liu. There's a part in the movie where the woman is at her engagement party, she's giving a speech, and she's basically saying, like, you like because and you love despite. A person can be great, a person can be awesome, wonderful. The things you don't like about them are not gonna interfere with your love for them. So show up, be you. If you're goofy, be goofy. If you're quiet, be quiet. You know, own that. Really, truly just be who you are. And I feel like that is when you'll, you know, have better success at sifting through the weeds and really knowing what it is that you want. The other thing is that some people are just going to be better at dating than others. Some people have like more symmetrical faces. Some people have curvier bodies. Some people are more naturally desired. And some people are going to be able to have more experiences than others. But like I said, dating is a skill. It's not just something that we wake up knowing how to do. It's something that we are socialized to learn how to do. And some people, honestly, the truth of the matter is some people are just going to be afforded more opportunities to do that. It doesn't mean that your volume of experience means that there's something wrong with you, or that there's something, you know, that other people have that you don't. Some people are just going to be out here getting to the money. Some men are just very handsome and they're going to have their pick of the litter. Some women are just chef's kiss to die for, and they're going to have their pick of the litter. Some people will have a greater volume of experience, a greater variation in totality of experiences. But it doesn't mean that your experience, however vast or minimal it is not worth anything, and that it's not enough to land the person of your dreams. Okay, next, dating shouldn't feel like a chore. We all trying to be cuffed up. Everybody wants a little boo thing or whatever, but dating shouldn't feel cumbersome. The moment that you start approaching dating like, like you are not interested or you don't want to do X, Y, and Z, it might be, you know, your body's way of just telling, take a break. Lay back, chill, you've been doing a lot. You might not be ready for what it is that you're going after. You might not be fully equipped to do what it is that you're trying to do, and your body might be trying to get you to just pump the brake. Dating, again, should be fun. It should be a learning experience, whether you're dating for fun or to marry and have long-term experiences or not. Dating should still feel like a good time. Now, there will be instances in dating where you might get your heart broken, or, you know, a date that you thought really went really well didn't, or, you know, vice versa. Everything isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to be like a flawless transaction or anything like that. But dating should feel like, oh, I'm excited to see this person. I'm excited to go out. As soon as that excitement starts to dwindle, I would definitely pump the brakes, because other people can feel when you're not into it. It might be affecting your success rate because other people just assume that you're not into them, and you're just fatigued. You're just a little burnt out. We get burnt out from all types of things in life, and you can be burnt out from dating. I love when people talk about taking that intentional time to be single, not just, oh, I'm single right now, I'm not with a spouse, but I'm looking, like taking years, months, weeks, however long they decide they need to take to intentionally date themselves and pour into themselves and find out what they like and what they don't like. That time, that period of rest is so imperative to your success in dating. You can't acquire what you're really looking for if you're burnt out, if you're tired, if you're not excited to date, if you're not having a good time. There's no pressure, there's no worries. Everybody has to get on the dating bandwagon whenever they see fit, whenever they feel ready, whenever they feel called and led to do so. Even people who are like 20 and never had a boyfriend, 30 and never had a boyfriend, like, you have to do everything in your own timing. God's timing is perfect, and the time never presented itself to you, then it just wasn't the time. There is no rush. There should be no rush in love and relationships. Everything should flow with its natural progression. Taking it out of that flow is when I feel like a lot of people get a little clammy and apprehensive, because they're not following their heart's natural progression of how they would want things to go. All right, another big tidbit that I have, just from my personal experience, is to not take advice from someone whose experiences you're not trying to emulate. If you're not trying to replicate that experience that they're having, I wouldn't take advice from that person. That's not to say, you know, how they'll tell you, like, married people don't get advice from your single friends. There is truth to that, but I think that even single people can bring value to a conversation on relationships and dating, even if they don't currently have a spouse. But what I mean is, if there is a person who, I hate to say this, but like is a pick-me, for example, and you don't want to exude pick-me energy, why would you take advice from that person? That person is going to give you advice from their perspective, success that they may have had in an area, but it might not be an area you're wishing to have success in. You know what I'm saying? Don't take advice from, you know, your homeboy who is turning out girlfriends like it's nothing, when you're looking for, you know, a stable relationship. Maybe go seek the homeboy who's been with his girlfriend for a while, or, you know, who was with the girl he was with before this girl for a while. You know, like, how did you maintain that? What did you have to do different? Get advice from people you actually want to be like. And that's just not like in dating, that's in like regular ass life. If you're a creative, you should be getting advice from people who are also creatives. This is why in the Bible it says that we have to seek wise counsel, because people be out here doing anything. No shade, no judgment, you know what I'm saying? But it's legit. And if you aren't clear on what it is that you're looking for, or what experience that is that you're hoping to have, you will take advice from anybody. And you'll be surprised and wondering why you're having a certain type of experience. And it's like, well, this is the advice you got. This is the advice that you went with. And I guess my last bit is that dating takes time. Building a sustainable, loving, lasting connection, it doesn't happen overnight. There is going to be some trial and error. There's going to be some ways in which you get it wrong. Some days you're on a high, some days you're on a low. Dating is a journey. It's not some sort of, oh, I've arrived to a destination. It's not going to be that. Even when you get into that long-lasting relationship, even when you get into that partnership, you're on another journey. Everybody is going to change. We're all growing, evolving, changing every single day. So trying to find somebody that you want to be in a lasting, sustainable partnership with is going to take some real time and some real effort. You have to kind of have your head in the game if you're going to see the fruit that you're willing to see. People have to take the time to really get comfortable with themselves. They have to go to therapy. They have to seek wise counsel. You know, they have to sometimes even revisit past relationships and be like, what happened here? What happened? What's the tea on why this didn't work? You really have to know that the person who is going to be in that connection with you, you can't miss them. God doesn't make any mistakes. So you should feel, like I said earlier, you should feel no rush. See everything you feel like you need to see. Ask the questions you really want to know about. You really want to know the answers to. Get the information that you really want to have so you can make a wise, informed decision. Feel how that person feels about, you know, what are their standards and parameters for a long-lasting relationship? What do they have to have? What are their needs? What are their requirements? You know, it's not just all about us. When we're in partnership with people, it's gonna be a lot about us, but also a lot about them. The man of your dreams is not going anywhere. I don't believe in right person, wrong time. God is not a God of coincidence. He's not a God of happenstance. Like, things don't just happen. So if you came across a person and you felt like it was the right person but the wrong time, it's not likely. It's not likely. There's somebody or something better coming up later down the line, or that person will revisit at a better time. Yeah, right person, wrong time is not like a thing to me. Like, no. That leaves too much up to luck and chance and coincidence, and none of that is like a thing. So yeah, those are just like my little tidbits. But now I also want to talk about how in this day and age people are like extremely nonchalant, right? Even in a slew full of lover boys, everybody is acting like they don't care, and I don't particularly understand. I'm a certified lover girl. I be loving these Bamas. Acting like I don't care is never gonna sit well with me, because that is a charade. If I'm pretending like I don't care, it's a lie. It's a lie. I can't keep this up. I can't keep this up. Are you kidding me? No, I love you, stupid, and I'm pressed. I know I had to put some lip gloss on. This light be making me look dry. But yeah, everybody is trying to pretend like I could care less. I can like not give a crap more than you. Like, why would I? It's very childish to me, and I don't feel like I'm going to arrive to a place where I actually am with a person that genuinely cares about me, and cares for my well-being, if I have to, in the beginning, pretend like I don't even care for the connection to begin with. I get not geeking out. I get, you know, having options and not... Come in.
What you doing?
I'm making a video, Mom.
These are rubber gloves.
What are they for?
Hair dye. Rubber gloves.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. I'm almost finished. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Rubber gloves. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. But like that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Why in the world would you think that I wasn't raised to be no hard body person? I'm not. Like, I'm soft. Breaking news, I'm soft. Like, you know, and I feel like right now that is a crime. They are villainizing the girls who care. And I am confused. Why would I want to be with a nonchalant man? Why would I want that? Why would I want my kids to be raised by a nonchalant, emotionally unavailable man? Why would I want that? That's not desirable. And if I act like I care, I'm doing too much and I'm jumping the gun and I'm desperate and I'm geeking, are you kidding me? Ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't know what the science behind it is. You know, us being humans and men, whatever. I don't even care. I'm gonna show up to every situation as my full self. If you like me, you like me. I've had plenty of, okay, I'm gonna stop there. If you like me, you like me. And if you don't, you don't. But I'm not gonna be able to honestly tell the difference if I'm pretending. If I don't show up and if I don't put my best foot forward, then I'm never gonna know whether or not my efforts were in vain. If I give it my all, if I give it my best shot and you don't like me, that's okay. Like, that's an L I'm willing to take because I'm not about to be out here faking like I don't care when I do. Why would I want that? I'm confused. Life is rough. Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be with somebody who can't even show up for me. If I was with someone who was nonchalant, the tide would be turning every single day. Like, there wouldn't be like an even give or take. I'll start over performing and trying to do too much and trying to get what it is that I'm actually desiring from you. When the truth of the matter is, you just go, you leave that person where they at and you go get what you're looking for. You leave. Leave him. What? There's this girl I follow on TikTok. Her name is Courtney Futch. She has a podcast with Love and Butter. She's a chef and she also is like a lover girl and she like combines those things on her podcast. Chef's kiss. But she was basically saying like, right now we're in well, I can't remember her exact verbiage, but it was like, we are in a race to the bottom. Everybody loses in the nonchalant war. And it's like, yes, exactly. Nobody is winning. We're not winning. The babies aren't being hugged, baby. The babies aren't being hugged. Why are we pretending like we don't care about anything? And it literally translates into every area of life. You don't care about the job you work, you just need the money. You don't care about the girl you with, you just want the yeah. Like, what kind of quality of life are we living? Where are the men who were going to war and dying for their women back home? Perishing in battle. Bring them back. Where are they? Where are they? I love social media, but I hate it at the same time because there is the illusion of options. I really feel like what the nonchalant war is really about is, if I pretend like I don't care, who's going to show up for me? Who is going to go above and beyond to show me that they care so that I can feel safe caring again? I don't know who hurt you, but we shouldn't have to live like that. His girlfriend, when he was in the 9th grade, broke his heart and told him that he was too clingy, so now he just is super nonchalant. That was 13 years ago. Why am I paying for her crimes? Y'all gotta heal. Y'all gotta heal. Me too. Gotta heal. And that's where I'm ended. That's all I got to say. That's just my 2 cents. If I got some more to say about it, I'll come back. That's it. That's all I got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of this nameless podcast. She still don't have no names. If anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments below. I'll see you guys very, very soon. I love y'all. Have great weeks. Hug your babies, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.